As week 2 of early voting continues, a Bell County official says they are taking notes from last week's influx of voters and preparing for the long week ahead. 6
News anchor Adrian Alexander sat down with the Bell County election administrator today. He answered questions about how they're preparing for the rest of the week and election day. What'd you hear, Adriana?
Well, over 100,000 votes have been cast through 7 days in Bell and McLennan County altogether. Even with voting numbers so high, election officials want to ensure voters that they will be able to mark their ballots safely and efficiently. Week 2 of early voting has kicked off.
By the numbers, it was the most successful early voting in the history of the county.
Bell County Election Administrator James Stafford sat down with 6 News to answer questions about what people can expect when they make it to the polls in Bell County.
I think that what you'll see is that if you voted on day 1, there were some growing pains of staff, always working through the system and things like that. We go a long time between elections, but after 7 days of very busy early voting, I think you're going to walk in and find they are lean, mean election machines in those voting centers.
While voter turnout reached record numbers in week 1, Stafford says election workers and voter machines are more than prepared to take on week 2.
They've had a lot of training, and the poll books are, these are machines that are working for counties much larger than ours. So there's no real concern there. The issue is always going to be, the humans using the machine, making sure that they're trained and ready. And I think that our elections staff have done a phenomenal job.
Bell County also has dedicated sheriff deputies standing by at election sites all the way through Election Day. We also reached out to Election Administrator Jared Goldsmith in McLennan County. He did not get back to us Monday, but had this to say about McLennan County voter turnout last week.
We have more registered voters than we've ever had before in McLennan County. We're right at around 159,000, somewhere between 159,000 and 160,000. So, seeing that increase, that's great. And, I hope everybody gets out and votes.
Now, again, the last day for early voting is Friday, November 1st, and Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. Chris and Bailey, it's inching away, but we're getting closer to it for sure.
Yeah, we were just talking a little bit. It was 100 days from now, and now
right?
Here we are within a week. Yeah.